Hey everyone, the NFL draft will be here in the blink of an eye, and last week I dropped my top 27 NFL draft prospects. I want to let this be known, I did not drop based off a mock draft style, I just dropped top 27. And you may be asking yourself, where's the rest? There's 32 teams, there should be 32 players. Well, I decided to save that special occasion for this. So today we're going to go through our number 5 prospect and who he is and what is his strengths and what is his weaknesses and try to find an NFL comparison. So I want to start with this guy right here. At number 5, I have quarterback Shedeur Sanders, 6'2", 215 pounds, from Colorado. The kid is nice. What can I say? I believe he's a first round quarterback. The guy threw for 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, won a bunch of accolades, was a first team All Big 12 player, and when you watch his game, it shows. Now, when you watch his game, there's a lot of things that you notice immediately. He's very accurate with the ball, very decisive with his throws, and he has great anticipation. But here's what he does really well. He has great pocket presence. When he's sitting there in the pocket and his O-line is up to par, he's able to scan across the field. He's able to step into the pocket. He can get in and out his drops as best as anybody else in the country, and he can deliver a good ball. A clean pocket made him one of the best quarterbacks behind an offensive line that wasn't so great at Colorado. He also has great pocket presence. His feet move as his mind moves. He doesn't seem like he's under a lot of duress, doesn't seem like he's under a lot of panic. If you look at his footwork, he seems to know exactly where he wants to go with the ball. He keeps his feet in front of him. He doesn't seem to be anywhere erratic when he senses the pressure. Now, there are moments where at times the game can get away from him where he's trying to make a play and it doesn't work out for him in his favor. When you look at the way he throws, it's almost like water. The ball flows with him from the base all the way to when it leaves out his hands. He does almost everything right. But he does have some weaknesses, which every player does. And I say this without saying he's a terrible quarterback. One of his biggest weaknesses in the modern day NFL, I guess that people will point out, was that he's not uber athletic. Everyone wants to look for another Lamar Jackson's, another now Josh Allen's, Jaden Daniels. He's not going to be the guy that can beat you running the ball and being a running quarterback. Doesn't mean he doesn't have athleticism. He still can get out the pocket. He can make some good scrambles, and he can be very good at throwing on the run. But he's not going to be one of those QB design run type quarterbacks. Also, he can have times where he holds the ball for too long, and that did lead to a lot of sacks. Now, again, some of it comes from looking for a big play. Some of it comes from the offensive line. Then he also has what I call the Superman complex, which most quarterbacks have. There isn't nothing wrong with it, but this usually means that he tries to make any and every throw, or he tries to do a little too much within a game that he doesn't need to sometimes to keep his team in it. And that can often result to sloppy mechanics in his throws when he has been hit a lot and he's a little tired. One of his things is that I've noticed throughout games where if the game is starting to get long and drawn out, if he's taking a lot of hits and he's gotten windy a lot, he can get sloppy in his mechanics at times. Now, again, that becomes a consistency issue. It doesn't happen all the time, and it's something that's easily very coached up. At the end of the day, Shedeur Sanders is a first-round quarterback. Now, where does he fall? I'm not sure. But when you look at his plays, he does the little things right. He makes all the right passes. He reads all the right coverages. He finds ways to not turn the ball over. He does at times he did take a lot of sacks, and that can be his detriment because he is holding on to the ball for a little bit too long. But it's not always going to be a problem. I believe if you get Shedeur in the right situation with the right team and the right talent around him, which it seems like that's the type of player that he is, where he needs a little bit of extra talent around him so he can really show what he has, and which isn't a bad thing. It works out. I think it teams like the Jaguars. Not the Jaguars. I think it teams like the Lions with Jared Goff, where they have a crazy amount of talent around him. Teams like the 49ers have crazy talent amount around Brock Purdy. And then, hell, even the Seahawks. It makes sense. And for his NFL comparison, I've heard a lot of names be thrown out there. CJ Stroud, Jared Goff, Geno Smith. And it makes sense. All those three guys I named aren't freakishly athletic. But hey, they can run when they need to. Great pocket sense. Get the ball out their hands at a smooth, timely fashion. And for that, that's an NFL quarterback. Not going to turn the ball over something crazy, and has been very secure with making the right throws. So that's my number 5 prospect. I will drop my number 4 prospect sometime within the week, and you guys get to argue about it until then. Should Shedeur be QB1? Maybe he's the first quarterback that goes off in today's NFL draft, in this year's NFL draft. Who knows? But until then, I'll let you guys live with number 5.